This is Tales from the Pros, where business leaders and influencers share their stories of inspiration, struggles, and successes. And I'm your host, Michael Giorgio. Hey everyone, welcome to Tales from the Pros. And this is Michael Giorgio, your host and co-founder of Imaginovation. My wonderful guest with me here today is the CEO and co-founder at Seamless.AI, which helps over 35,000 plus companies find prospects, close deals, and generate millions in sales with notable names like Google, Amazon, Facebook, Slack, Dell, Oracle, and many others who are crushing their sales quota daily on the Seamless platform. He is also a serial entrepreneur, expert sales speaker, notable sales trainer, a podcaster for Sales Secrets from the Top 1%, and a best-selling author who is obsessed and dedicated with helping you maximize your sales success. Please welcome Brandon Bornancin. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for having me, Michael. Really appreciate it.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. You know, I read a lot about you on LinkedIn. LinkedIn's been really great for this. You know, it's been able to connect us as well, you know, with podcasters. I know you have your podcast, and it seems to be doing very well. It's just such a great platform. And I know we connected first on there. So I'm really thankful to LinkedIn for that, you know, so this is great, man. And I'm really excited. Our audience is excited to learn more about your story. You know, Tales from the Pros is a business storytelling podcast, and you know, we interview different thought leaders in their spaces, and you're definitely a thought leader in your space. So I'm really glad that you're here today.
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, I'm grateful to be here to help anyone go from where they're at today to where they want to go to achieve their dreams and goals. And it's funny, you do Tales from the Pros. I've got Sales Secrets, which is kind of similar, but for sales experts, where we interview. My book, Sales Secrets, just launched today. So
congrats, man.
You must be good luck, man. Yeah, sales experts. We interview the top sales experts, kind of like you do with Tales from the Pros, and then turn that into a book. And it's been a lot of fun.
That's great.
It's not easy to compete with Tim Ferriss, but I'm going to take him out.
You can't, man. Just you can't. I'm nowhere near that level either. But it's you know, it's good to have that goal. I mean, if he can do it, why can't anyone else do it?
Exactly.
Right? Why can't we be Lewis Howes, or why can't we do it? It's just about what you put in it, right? It's staying consistent, and I've struggled with that too. It's hard to. We're both kind of similar because we have a podcast, but we're also founders of a growing company. So it's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's not you know, podcasting is not easy. A lot of moving parts. So
100%.
You know, but yeah, man, I appreciate it again. And I guess, Brandon, just to kick things off, you know, as I said, you know, I love storytelling and hearing the background and how you got to where you are today. So from the research I've done on you, you know, I know you came from humble beginnings, and you know, by all means, you didn't come from wealth. You know, you had to work your way up, as well as your family. So how did everything kind of transpire from that? Tell me how you really got to where you are today at Seamless.
Yeah, and to provide some background, so and I read about this in one of my #1 best-selling book, 7-Figure Social Selling. But you know, my family, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Mom worked 2 jobs, at a grocery store and a bank. My father worked in construction and also at Macy's in retail. And this was at a time where you were literally selling computers at Macy's, like in Macy's. So you've got shoes, clothes, and then you've got computers. And luckily, my dad just got a break when he was working a shift where he sold a computer to a sales executive that offered him an internship at a software startup at the time. He took the job, took a pay cut. He was making like, I think it was like $34,000, and the internship was like $25,000. And just believed that software sales and software was the future. So took the gig, and then ended up going from sales intern for over the next decade, VP of sales of building the first $1 billion B2B software company that IPO'd in the US. And that was awesome to see, because I got to see, you know, going from super poor to extremely successful, because of my family working really hard in sales and in entrepreneurship. And that just taught me to just one, if you could sell, you could do anything. And then two, you have to do whatever it takes to provide for your family. Um, and then that kind of inspired me to, when I was getting into college, go into sales and entrepreneurship full time. So when I went to OU, which was the number one sales school, business school, and party school in the country, number one sales school and business school in my state. So I got to knock three birds with one stone. And when I was at OU, I met all of my partners who are now my leaders at Seamless.AI, which is incredible.
Mhm.
And we were all part of the Collegiate Entrepreneurs Organization. We launched our first startup for the gambling industry. We were big poker players.
Oh,
We built a technology that like marketed for all of the online poker companies. And that did about $12 million over the course of freshman, sophomore, junior year. And then they made gambling illegal in the US, online gambling. So we launched a second company called InMobile, which was text message marketing, because we thought InMobile would be the future of customer acquisition. That company failed over the next 3 years and we lost $4 million
wow.
because we couldn't build the list of all the B2B marketers that we needed to sell to. So then my partners, one of my partners, Danielle, she quit entrepreneurship, went to law school. Mike quit entrepreneurship, sold media at Sinclair Broadcasting. Jake, my partner, quit entrepreneurship to build AI products at IBM. So Jake calls me and he's like, hey man, we're building all these amazing AI products at IBM for IBM Watson. You should come and sell this stuff. And I'm like, no shit. I'm like, how much can I make? He's like, we're selling these deals for like 7 figures and they're doing a lot of them. He's like, you'd be able to crush it. So I'm like, done. Joined the team at IBM. And then when I was selling there, we spent millions of dollars. We knew from InMobile, we needed the list of the people that we needed to sell to. So when we got to IBM, we're like, we got to buy the list of everyone we need to sell to, cut a check for millions of dollars for all of these different sales databases. And then we got access to these old, expensive, outdated sales databases, and they were missing all the people that we were promised that we'd be able to find in the sales databases. So Jake and I worried that we're going to lose our jobs, go back to being broke, living on the streets. We're like, shit, we got to fix this. So we built a manual team to research all the people that we need to sell to. We didn't really think about like automating it with technology.
Mhm.
And then I had an opportunity. I got recruited to sell for a top Google search agency. So once I went selling for Google, I brought Jake with me from IBM. And I'm like, dude, we need to build a search engine that finds everyone in the world that you need to sell to. We need to use AI like IBM Watson and build this 10-step AI engine that will research and validate cell phones and emails for anyone in the world. And then boom, we invented what our company is today called Seamless.AI, the world's best sales leads, a search engine to find everyone that you need to sell to instantly in real time with perfect emails and cell phones. And we were using this to sell at Google. And we quickly went from 0 to $100 million in sales, became millionaires in sales, and realized, hey, our mission in life is to help every single sales professional, marketer, and entrepreneur do the same, and win our 6- and 7-figure President's Club awards. So we quit our jobs, invested millions of dollars of our own capital into building the company bootstrapped. And now we're on a mission to positively impact 1 billion people and help the world connect to opportunity.
Jeez, that's a great story. I mean, so your inspiration and your purpose behind Seamless.AI, is it really stemming from that you just love to sell? I mean, it seems like you're a sales guy through and through. You love it. Or are you also more of a, marketing guy too? Or you just love sales? Because I know marketing and sales go hand in hand, of course. But
I think the reason why we built the platform was because my gambling company was successful because we built a crawler that would find all the online gamblers and students that were interested in online poker. And then we built an email technology to email market to that list. InMobile, we couldn't figure out all the B2B marketers that we need to sell our products to. And we lost $3 to $4 million, went broke, 100K in debt. So I think from learning from the online gambling company and then learning from InMobile, we realized to be successful, you need the list of everyone that you need to sell to, and then you need to sell to the list. And then we just realized when we were selling for IBM and Google, all these databases were missing everyone. So it was really built out of the epiphany that, oh my gosh, you can accomplish anything in this world as long as you have the list. You're just one list away from the life you want, the family you want, the customers you want, the houses, the cars, everything you want in this life is just one list away. And unfortunately today, it's difficult, expensive, and time consuming to actually build that list until now with our company, Seamless.AI.
That's cool, man, because I'll tell you, I've actually used some of those older lists. Like I use Zoom Info. I think they got purchased by Discover.org and all that. And it's unreal how much money they charge for these lists. And then when I used to manage a sales team at my company, we had some account managers, account executives, and they would be on the phones and they would come back to me. They'd be like, Mike, this info is all inaccurate.
Yeah.
I'm calling Brandon it's supposed to be from Caterpillar and he's really at Under Armour.
Yeah. They're like, hey, he left here 3 years ago. That just happened to me so often because I was a customer of Zoom Info. I was paying for Zoom Info, Discover, or DNB, all these platforms, right? At IBM and Google, we spent millions of dollars on these databases, and it just blew my mind that how can organizations and people like me be spending 7 figures or more on these lists? Mm-hmm. And working and selling, building AI products for IBM, and then selling search engine marketing for Google. You just realize, oh my gosh, like using humans and these research teams to research people that you need to sell to will never scale. There's 7 billion people on this planet. How are you going to have 250 people in an office cold call a company directory and try to get the title, the name, the email, the phone number of these people? So that's when we realize, okay, we're going to create a search engine. Plus, we're going to use AI search engine to find all the contacts and companies you need to sell to instantly in real time, because there's so much data about people and companies across the web. And then AI can research and validate cell phones, emails, insights for anyone instantly. And no one has taken that technology first approach because it takes tens of millions of dollars to do. Like you need a shitload of engineers. You need to be able to survive dying like 90 times. Yeah, I like to say I'm an entrepreneur that's been shot in the head 100 times and somehow survived, because every year, every month, we almost went bankrupt. We almost died building the platform because it's so complicated. But luckily it was so powerful that, the founder of Google and his wife invested, Guy Kawasaki invested, Amazon invested, because once you start to create the engine, people are like, holy cow, this is going to revolutionize sales and marketing and communication forever. So I just got really lucky by our team and I being extremely tenacious and passionate about transforming how people connect with each other. And like, why do you need to be a friend with someone to connect with someone, right? On Facebook? Why do you need to connect with someone on LinkedIn? There's a lot of barriers there that could hold back relationships that could change the world. And we just realized you have to democratize, like whether you're rich or poor, whether you're successful or unsuccessful, whether you're like me, came from blue collar, my family working 4 jobs or not, we should all have the capability to connect with people that could change our lives forever for the better. And I just had the fortune of having Seamless, and I built the list, and then I was able to connect with Tony Robbins. I was able to connect with Gary Vaynerchuk. I was able to connect with Ryan Serra and all these people, right? And many of them were actually Heather Monahan on your podcast, right? Because the list changed my life, and it can change anyone's life. And we're just grateful to be able to build it for people.
Yeah, because it really is all about finding the right people, targeting them effectively, providing the right content, having the right message. There's so many different moving parts in creating a strong sales process, sales funnel, at least in my experience. And you've been in sales longer than I have. I'm more of a, I'm really, I consider myself more of a marketing guy. I'm not a sales expert like you are, man. But no, this is great to learn this. And I think a lot of people can learn from you. And this kind of segues into my next question, Brandon. Essentially, it's an overloaded question. Okay. So do your best to answer it. And I know you will. But in your experience, how do you really attract the right people? And I know your platform has to do with this, of course, but how do you really attract the right people and nurture them and close them. And I mean the full sales process, because I'll tell you, like when it comes to, like, let's just say outbound selling and you're cold calling and you do find a list, it's so hard to get them at the right time, to get those right decision makers. It's a grind. It's tough. So in your experience, what's really worked for you and your company, your team?
Yeah, my recommendation would be, pick a niche to get rich. Step one, you got to pick a niche to get rich. If you try to catch 3 rabbits at once, you starve to death in the woods and you die. And that's my analogy there, because if you try to sell to a ton of people all at once, if I'm trying to sell to Michael and he works at a technology company, well, that list of Michael at the technology companies, if I throw in Michael's at financial services companies and Michael's at healthcare companies, dude, all these different industries and these different personas and these different KPIs and responsibilities and biggest desires and biggest pain points, they're all different for the role, the persona, the industry, you name it. So I highly recommend you audit, your book of business, where you're at, where you want to go, figure out your ideal customer persona, pick a niche to get rich, one title, one role, one seniority in one industry, with one biggest pain, with one biggest desire, with one biggest KPI, you name it, right? And once you have that, then build your massive list of all those personas in that niche at similar contexts, similar accounts in that niche. And then from there, that's what I call mass list building and personalization at scale. Because you could write your messaging that's very specific. Once you have this massive list using Seamless or LinkedIn, then it's about writing your messaging. Well, if I'm like, hey, it's Brandon Bornancin, big fan of your work. I help VPs of sales at B2B software companies go from $10 million to $50 million in sales with 0 venture capital funding, using a predictable, scalable, repeatable sales list building and appointment setting automation system. And the best part is, this doesn't cost 7 figures to do. This doesn't take endless hours of time. So like, I'm wrapping in your biggest pain. I'm wrapping in your biggest desires. I'm wrapping in the specific persona, the specific industry. When you can use that messaging at scale, and it feels highly personalized to the persona, if you pick a niche to get rich. And then from there, I recommend you got to leverage a multi-channel approach. I don't separate mentally in my head sales and marketing. I think it's all the same. Of course, you got different channels and different people.
It's very intertwined.
Yeah. You got to leverage a multi-channel approach. Calling, emailing, social selling, voicemail, video, text, Google ads, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, Google display, YouTube ads, Amazon ads. You leverage all of it. Organic SEO, organic social media content, paid social, paid media,
podcasting.
You have to leverage all of that multi-channel approach. And then when you pick a niche, you get rich, and you leverage all the sales and marketing channels in alignment to acquire your total addressable market, you can become unstoppable. And that's how I've built 3, 7-figure businesses, 1 8-figure business, sold over $100 million in sales from picking a niche, getting rich, building a list, selling to the list using a multi-channel sales and marketing approach.
I love that, man. I love how you're not just talking about one method that's been working. You're combining a lot of different tactics and strategies. You're trying to target, like you said, one persona, one type of person, instead of trying to target everyone. Because I know that's hard, and that's a mistake like we've made in our company in the past, that we're trying to be everything to everyone, and it's so hard to achieve.
You don't want to exclude people that you're trying to sell to. You're like, oh, I'm going to miss out. It's FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. The FOMO will try to push you to go wide. But if you go wide, you're never going to light up your prospects like the 4th of July or a Christmas tree or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate, right? What you want to do is, when you build the list, you send the message, you want to light them up. I like to say like the 4th of July. And that way they feel so researched, so value driven, like your message just resonated so well with them that no matter what, they're going to book the appointment with you, because they have a fear of missing out on the value that you can deliver for them and their business. And that's really the focus there.
In your experience, Brandon, how would you compare the effectiveness from inbound selling, right? Just creating a brand and these leads coming to you compared to, outbound selling, or is it you do both?
Yeah.
Yep.
S- Uh, to build a billion-dollar business, which is what I'm really focused on, you have to do both.
Yep.
Like I'm focused on building a billion-dollar company,
Mhm.
multi-billion-dollar company that IPOs. The only way to do that is you do both.
Yep.
And one of the biggest things that I realized, this is, remember I told you about my second company in mobile, the
Mhm.
text message marketing company. I lost $4 million and everything I owned. And in my new book, Sales Secrets, it will tell you why. But the two biggest reasons why that company failed was because number one, I didn't have the list. Number two, I was an egotistical entrepreneur because at 18, 19, and 20, I made $12 million in sales, right? I was
Wow.
driving a Mercedes convertible. I had like 3 or 4 different cars on college campus at the age of 18. I had a house in Florida at the age of 18. So I was
Wow.
vacationing. I had all the money in the world. And what was great about that is I thought I knew everything and I thought I
Yeah.
was the smartest person in the world. And why I say that was the greatest thing in the world was I didn't listen to any of my advisors. I didn't listen to any of my investors when I launched in mobile and I got my ass kicked. I got punched in the face and I got knocked out, lost everything I owned, went 100K in debt. And why that was so amazing was it made me realize like, I don't know anything. I don't know shit.
Mm.
And Sales Secrets, my new book is all about you need every day to be trying to learn new things from everyone that you can apply to maximize your sales. So when I look at inbound versus outbound, the goal isn't, is this better than this? The goal is, how do I leverage all the channels and improve on all the channels and the results that I'm generating every single day? If I made $1 in inbound, how do I make $2 tomorrow? If I made $100 in outbound, how do I make $200? And then every day you're trying to improve 1 to 5%.
Right.
The compounding interest isn't 1% times 265% because it's like 1% times the next day. And then it's like 1.1% because it just keeps adding up. So if you improve 1 to 5% every day across every single multi-channel in sales and marketing, it can multiply by 5 to 10x the results that you generate. So I try to leverage every channel, maximize the results and returns and the ROAS and the ROI from each channel. And then I'm upset. Like I just score my team and I, we score ourselves on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest performer, 10 being the greatest performer. Every day we wake up, we're a 1 out of 10. And every day we wake up, no one gives a shit about what I did the day before. I had a company-wide meeting and I told my team, look, you guys don't give a shit that I launched a #1 best-selling book yesterday. You guys don't give a shit that I launched job changes in our platform that revolutionized people tracking jobs because personas will spend up to $1 million or more within the first 90 days of changing jobs. You guys don't give a shit that I can find cell phones to anyone in the world. Like that's stuff that I did yesterday. All of you should be asking, Brandon, what the hell are you doing for me today? I report to 125 employees right now. I want them to be asking me every day, yo, why should I work for you? What are you doing for me? How are you going to show up every day? Give it your all. And then I expect the same in return from my people. I'm going to go all out every day for you. I want you to go all out every day for me. Every day we should both be pushing each other to become the best that we can be.
Yeah. And have you seen from your data and metrics on the different types of selling that Seamless has made over the last, what you've been around for 4 or 5 years? Is that right? A little over that?
So we launched, it took a while to build the product. We launched our product in 2018.
Okay.
And, we went from 0 to over 8 figures in sales insanely fast. And, we should hit 100 million in the next 24 months.
Okay. Wow. That's amazing. That's crazy growth.
Yeah.
Man,
It'll be a record, like 4 to 5 years, 100 million.
That's great, man. I mean, it's and I know, I mean, we talked a little bit before that. I know about product development and all that. And I'll tell you, it's not easy to develop the really trend-setting product because of the competition, the understanding the market demand, the fluctuations, understanding
It's impossible.
it's so hard. You know how you've dealt with so many entrepreneurs. They want to, they have the next best idea, Facebook, the next TikTok, all this stuff, right? That's so difficult. And that's what I want to talk to as well, Brandon, about the entrepreneurship side. Okay. So like when you started Seamless and you've been growing it and scaling it, what have you been finding that's been so tough to scale your own company? Like what has been hard for you guys, and how have you been overcoming all of that?
I
Because
mean,
it's
we
hard
almost
stuff.
went bankrupt and died for the first few years of building the product, right? The problem is everyone thinks you're going to become a billionaire in 6 months. So when I hire all these engineers and entrepreneurs to work with me, they think we're going to build the next Snapchat or LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook in 6 months. And dude, look at Amazon, look at Salesforce, look at all these platforms. They've all taken 10 to 20 years to build a multi-billion-dollar company. So the biggest thing that helped me survive and thrive when everyone left me, everyone quit, no one wanted to put in the work and the time, the energy and the sacrifice, was I had a decade-long mindset. I'm going to go all out and go all in for 10 years straight. One of my mentors is Tony Robbins, and he told me two pieces of advice. One, if you want to achieve success, you have to model those who have been successful. He also told me my second best piece of advice, Brandon, if you want to take the island, you have to burn the damn boats. He's like, if you want to take the island, you have to burn the fucking boats, is what he said, word for word.
Wow.
And so I learned that at a young age, where like, I'm going all out. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life, for the next 10 years. I don't care if I'm homeless and I have to program at a library. I don't care if I lose everything I own. So I took millions of dollars of my own cash, invested it into bootstrapping Seamless. In the first few years, all my engineers quit year after year, but luckily, you just figure out how to nail it. It's almost like Albert Einstein or Thomas Edison. Like, you keep trying to build this search engine that finds emails and cell phones for everyone in the world using AI. And you almost like, you feel like you're going insane because you're really close to nailing it, but then you miss. But you're almost out of money. Then you do it again for another year and you almost miss. You almost go bankrupt. And you just if you never quit, if you never give up, you'll always be successful. And then eventually launched the product in 2018 and went from zero to tens of millions of dollars in sales in less than 12 months. And it was insane. And luckily, went through the worst time of my life, fought through the worst years of my life, never giving up, because I had this insane vision and dream that we're going to fucking make this happen.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I just walked across America from Ohio to Las Vegas in the desert with no food or water for 2 to 3 years. And I finally got to the world's greatest party. So now I'm like living the dream because I'm at the world's greatest party. I never know when it's going to be over. I've got anxiety that the party may end. So I'm going to go all out. And this is my new book, my third book, which is coming out in 2 months. It's called Whatever It Takes. It's all about entrepreneurship. It's all about the habits to transform your business, relationships, and life. And it's the habits that I've used to sell over $100 million in sales, build 3 multi-million-dollar companies, and survive hell and back multiple times through multiple different companies. And I think it's going to help you and a lot of people out there who are in sales, marketing, entrepreneurship be successful.
Oh, that's great. No, that's good to hear. I definitely want to check that out when it's on Amazon. I'm on Amazon a lot, so definitely
pick up Sales Secrets today. Right now, Sales Secrets is on sale, 99 cents today. Make sure you drop a 5-star review if you can, if you enjoy it. That will help me out.
No, and going back to what you said about just persevering, never giving up. I mean, I know it sounds very cliche to say this, but it's very true. If it was that easy, everyone would be doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so cliche because we say it a lot, but man, if it was that easy, everyone would be doing it. And it's hard, man. It's a lot of, it's not just, and I've discovered just from starting and scaling a business, it's not just work ethic. Work ethic is important, of course, but it's working smart.
Anyone can work a lot of hours. Like,
exactly.
It takes a lot of strategy, a lot of hard work. Like, you got to work really hard on the right things and build the right things and sell the right things and engineer the right things that are valuable to your target audience. And doing all of that, you also have to have the right team, and then finding the right product with the right team at the right time with the right solution. That's like a once in a lifetime thing, but you could do it. A lot of people have done it. It's just not easy. It takes a lot of work.
Isn't it crazy how important it is to have the right people around you? Because I'm sure, as you know, all of us have experienced this. Sometimes you don't have the right people around you, the right employees, team members, the right mentors. It's so vital to have the people that are in alignment with you and where you want to go, where you want to be. It's so critical, man, because I mean, you are who you are around. You need to make sure you're around the right people who are going to make you better, who are going to challenge you. You mentioned this before. It's just so
100%.
important, just to
Yeah.
attract the right type of people.
I think you have to fire a lot of people. I fired family members, best friends.
I've been
Shit.
there.
Most of my best friends are gone.
I've
Like
had to do that.
coworkers, peers, people in my network, college buddies, you name it. Like I fired 95% of my network, and I would rather have a smaller network. Well, now I've got the largest network that I've ever had with millions of followers on LinkedIn and whatnot, and viewers, but they're like the right people,
Right.
So like I want people around me that are positive, coachable, pushing me to become the best that I can be. And I want to do the same for people that I'm connected to and in my network. Anyone that's negative or doesn't believe in me or doesn't think we're going to accomplish what we are on a mission to accomplish, I block. I get them out of my life. I block them on all social media. I block them on my phone, block them on my email. I never want to see them or talk to them ever again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you have to be ruthless. And this is in my book, Whatever It Takes, coming out. You have to be ruthless with what you let into your mind. Like your mind, if you believe it, you can achieve it.
Mm-hmm.
But the same goes the other way. If you don't believe it, you won't achieve it. And the fastest way to not believe it is your friends. Like most of the people that you're surrounded by don't have the dreams and goals and vision that you have. Like I've got a goal on this whiteboard, 100 million Seamless.AI users, 100,000 President's Club winners, $1 million in sales a day, 1 million hours of content watched, 1 million LI followers, LinkedIn followers, and 100,000 books sold. And then I've got the world's #1 best husband, $1 million donated to charity a year, and the world's most fit plant-powered vegan. I don't expect anyone in my network to be on that level.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't need them to be on that level. But if you're going to do anything to hold me back from accomplishing those goals, I can't have you in my mental sphere of influence.
Right.
And I'm going to get you out.
Yeah. It's, you know, having the wrong people in your life, man, it's just so toxic and poisonous, and you just need to get them out. And a lot of us, we take it for a while, and it's just enough is enough. You just need to. I agree with you. I think you just need to remove them from your life, and that goes
Yeah.
with everyone.
And even if it's hard, husbands, wives,
Mm-hmm.
family members, I've had to block family members, blocked, it's just do whatever it takes. Like, and I'm going to be more ruthless about it because this is just what works for me. Like, I don't have sympathy. If you're going to hold me back from accomplishing my God-given talents and reason why I'm here to help positively impact the world, like I won't let anyone hold me back from trying to help 1 billion people connect to opportunity and maximize their potential. It's just too important of a goal to let someone that doesn't believe that you or me can accomplish what we want to achieve.
Mm-hmm. And Brandon, going a little bit more back to sales, from you just being in doing sales for so long and just being in business for a long time, and building multiple very successful companies. Where do you think sales is going? Where do you think is there? What would you define as the future of sales moving forward?
Yeah, at the core of sales, I think it's always about relationship building and help people go from where they're at today, point A, to where they want to go, point B. And then your goal is to help them achieve this transformation, like jump over this gap, run through this gap, drive through, drive under, you name it. Like people just want to go from where they're at today to where they want to go to achieve their goals and dreams. And at the core of that, I think it's finding the solutions, the products, the services, the advice, the consulting to go from point A to point B to get them to where they want to go. Like, for example, my goal, I just gave you all my goals. if you can help me generate $1 million in sales a day, which I believe is that, like, I want to become the greatest salesperson of all time. To achieve that milestone, I believe I have to sell $1 million in sales every day. To do the world's most fit plant-powered vegan, like, there's so much work in between there with my health, with my diet, with my exercise routine, with my sleep that I need to do. Like, I'm here, I need to get here to become the world's most fit plant-powered whole foods vegan. I'm nowhere near here, but there's a lot of like coaching, advice, food, diet, workout that I can learn from. So I think sales ultimately will still always be about helping people achieve the transformation they want to get their goals and dreams. And then I just think there's going to be just a lot of technology like Seamless.AI and other technology that will help salespeople, marketers, and entrepreneurs do it smarter, better, faster, leveraging data, leveraging lists, leveraging intelligence, to do it in a much smarter, quicker way, more efficient way.
And from talking to you, Brandon, just about your product, okay, your company Seamless. For me, and let me know if I'm wrong, but for me, when I think about your product, I think of it as it's almost like you're adding the human element back to sales. I wouldn't even necessarily call it automation, but if you want, I haven't used Seamless yet, but just adding the human element back to sales technology. Because I noticed a lot of these tools that I've used and my company's used, there's just a lack of human element. It's just very automated. You're right. The data is not accurate. It's not personalizing for you and Seamless. It seems like you've added that extra personalization to the way you're outreaching to people. And that's adding more of a human element because they know, okay, you're contacting me for this reason. I'm the right person to buy your product or service. So it's like, that's the way I think of it with Seamless. And let me know if I'm not right.
The search engine, we're the world's first real-time search engine to find all the contacts and companies that are in your total addressable market in seconds, and then using AI to research their perfect cell phones, emails, direct dials, and then hundreds of insights about the contacts and companies in seconds. That allows you to find your total addressable market, contact your total addressable market, and then acquire your total addressable market instantly, because you've got the right data to the right people at the right time to connect and close them on building a relationship with you and buying your products and services. So it really allows you to spend all of your time on the relationship building, on helping transform your prospects' lives, going from point A to point B, versus endless manual list building, CRM data entry, research, scouring millions of websites, looking for data on contacts and companies, you name it.
So what would you say I was kind of right in my assumption about?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Awesome, man. No, that's
we
cool.
bought it to automate it, but to also humanize the selling and connecting the world to opportunity again.
This is great, Brandon. Really appreciate all this insight. So, all right, one of my final questions here is, how would you define yourself, your story in one word? Your story in one word. It could be your career, your life. I'll let you choose.
So I've got this on my Ferrari license plate here. Not to brag. It's just it's called LFGWIT. And what LFGWIT means, let's freaking go, whatever it takes. And I think that sums up, if I had to do a sentence, it's like, you need to do whatever it takes. You need to go all out, doing whatever it takes to be successful in life, in business, in relationships. You need to build the habits, the lifestyle, personally and professionally, to achieve and transform the relationships, the business, the life that you want to create. And I've been successful because I've done whatever it takes with an insane amount of work ethic and output. And I've failed because I haven't done whatever it takes. And I assume responsibility for both of those situations. So my recommendation would be LFGWIT.
Love it, man. Hey, that's unique. I've never had that one in the show. So there you go. This is awesome. Brandon, this has been great, man. I really appreciate it. And tell everyone where they can find you, your website, social media handles, your books, everything.
Yeah. So I do daily strategies, secrets, tips, tactics, tools that I share every day in my newsletter. Just go to Seamless.AI and you could get Seamless.ai for free. You could also tune in a lot of those secrets and tips on LinkedIn. Just jump on LinkedIn, follow me at Brandon Bornancin. And then all of my books are on Amazon. Sales Secrets is on Amazon. And then my 7-figure social selling is on Amazon. Sales Secrets just came out today. It's for 99 cents. Then you could also get my #1 bestseller, 7-figure social selling. This has got over 400 pages of proven social selling secrets, scripts, and strategies to maximize sales and make more money today. So thank you for tuning in. And my goal is to just help you maximize your potential. I think that the greatest leaders in the world inspire you to do more than what you thought you could do on your own. And that's my sole purpose in this world. Like, I want to help you get the life you want, the family you want, the financial freedom you want, and believe that you could do it more than you even believe you could do it. So that's what I share a lot of things about life and business that will help you do that.
Perfect. Brandon, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you being a part of Tales from the Pros. And I think, as I mentioned before, the audience and everyone who listens to this podcast is going to really learn from you and gain a lot of insight. And I think even be inspired in a sense as well, in many ways. So I'm really grateful and honored to have you here. And thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. So
yeah, Michael, Giorgio, I really appreciate you. Thanks everyone for tuning in from Tales from the Pros. And really thank you so much.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much, Michael Giorgio. All right. Until next time. Thanks, guys.
Please subscribe to our YouTube page and also follow our social media. There are links somewhere around here, but we really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for all the support, and I'm going to be giving you awesome content continuously, and we look forward to seeing you soon.